Okay, so let's dive into a really fascinating theatrical piece, one that finds its entire identity inside a contradiction. Today, we're unpacking the art of paradox through a show called Tacito Imperfecto. And yeah, just take a look at this image. It really sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? It's strange, it's a little absurd, and honestly, it doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense. It's the perfect way to get us in the right headspace for what we're about to get into. Because really, this is the central question the show wants us to think about. It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer, well, it's surprisingly complex, and it all kicks off with one really powerful idea. See, to really get this show, we first have to understand that a paradox isn't just some clever trick you read about in a book. No, it's something way, way more personal. And this comes directly from the show's description, and it just gets right to the heart of it. The argument here is that a paradox isn't some outside concept we just look at. It's woven into the very fabric of who we are. So, to put it simply, it's that tension, right? That feeling between two things that seem like they absolutely cannot be true at the same time, but somehow they are. And this totally brilliant idea, it's captured perfectly in the show's title. Right. And that idea of a personal paradox, it builds directly into the show's title. In fact, you could say the entire philosophy is kind of hidden in plain sight right there in the name. Tacito imperfecto. I mean, it sounds poetic, right? But it's actually a built-in contradiction. It's a paradox in just two words. So let's break this down. Okay, first up we have tácito. So in Spanish, this means something that's tacit, implied or understood without anyone having to say it out loud. It gives you this feeling of something that's already settled, something that's complete. It's all about the past. And then you have imperfecto. Now, on the one hand, it just means imperfect or unfinished. But here's the really cool part. It's also a grammatical tense in Spanish, the imperfect tense, which is used for an action that was still happening or isn't finished yet. So this word is all about the future. So you see what's happening here? We have a title that is literally holding two opposite ideas in tension with each other. The past versus the future. The finished versus the unfinished. And the entire show, the whole thing, lives and breathes in that space right between those two ideas. So who's the mind behind this beautiful contradiction? Well, that would be the show's creator, Enrique Federman. Now, Federman is an absolute veteran of the stage. We're talking actor, teacher, and theatrical director, with a long and decorated career to prove it. His artistic signature is this really unique blend of two styles. You've got clownidad, which is basically the art of clowning, and then you have absurdo escenico, or theatrical absurdism. What's so cool about his work is that the humor doesn't come from a perfect joke. Nope. It comes from the beauty of trying and failing. Think, physical comedy crushing right into existential philosophy. And this is what makes Tacito Imperfecto so compelling. It's actually a return to his roots in clowning, but he's reimagining it all through this absurdist lens that he's perfected over the years. I mean, it's a paradox, even in his own career, right? He's looking backwards in order to move forwards. Which brings us right back around, full circle, to the absolute heart of the show and that powerful, paradoxical feeling it's all designed to create. The source material uses this one specific Spanish phrase to get at the core of what this play feels like. Honestly, it's the engine that drives the entire performance. It brilliantly sums up the ultimate paradox Federman wants to put on stage. See, he's presenting failure not as some big tragedy, but as a source of joy, of humor. He's literally finding the success inside of the failure. And that makes you ask the question about yourself, doesn't it? I mean, why do we find humor in mistakes? Why is the classic slip on a banana peel, the very essence of a clown's failure, so funny? There's some deep human truth in the fact that we laugh at imperfection. And at the end of the day, that's why this matters. A show like this does way more than just entertain us. It's like a mirror. It gives us a chance to look at all the messy, illogical, contradictory parts of ourselves and not just accept them, but maybe, just maybe, learn to laugh with them. So, I'll leave you with this. We've seen how a paradox can come to life on a stage, but the real question is, what are the beautiful, impossible contradictions that you are living with every single day?